friend. This is Dr. Anil Kumar Shah here. Today we have to discuss how to review the scientific papers. Reviewing of a scientific paper is a today's my agenda. I am Associate Professor of Bharat Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad. Now, these are my outlines which I have to discuss. Aim of the reviewing scientific papers. Then we will discuss the types of papers. Then we will see what are the general criteria of papers, research papers. Now, then after we can see how we can see the comments of a reviewer. Then how we can see that how we can start doing the comment on particular research papers. So then after we will do how we can do the detailed review of any scientific papers, then how we can check the materials and method as a reviewers. This thing we will see. Then we will see how we can check the reference of an particular research papers and your recommendation. Actually, this is the most promising skill required for the reviewer to actively review the research articles. So now moving forward about the aim of reviewing of scientific paper. So what is the aim of reviewing the scientific paper? The aim of reviewing is to provide author with the constructive feedback from the specialists so that they can make the improvement on their work. So this is the key importance to ensure the highest possible standards. Means here reviewer will give the feedback about the papers, feedback what kind of improvement is further required to publish the particular research article or research paper. So this is the aim of reviewing any papers, scientific papers. Now so here what is this kind of paper? So here we are having two different types of papers where at the time of reviewing. First one is a research paper, second one is a review paper. So here we will see that what is the difference between research paper and the review papers. So these research papers coming first, these papers are fully documented and interpreted account of significant finding of the original research. But the review paper, these are the critical and comprehensive review that provide a new insight or interpretation of subject through thorough and systematic evaluation of available evidence. Note that the review process is a more than literature review. It must contain in-depth critical review of the literatures. Therefore, such a review paper is expected to have at least one experienced senior research among the authors. So here now come to the general criteria. What are the criteria used for reviewing the particular paper? So your review will help definitely to the editors to decide whether this paper has to be accept or not, whether this paper has to be published or not. So so here the editor can see, does the paper provide insight into the important issue? Is that important issue is covered on that particular articles or not? If it is not covered, then it's duty of reviewer to tell the editors and give the significant review comment to the authors. Now then you have to see in a research article or research paper, does the paper tell a good story? If there is a no good story written over there for a particular reviewer, or you can say or audience, the paper should not be accepted. So paper must have a good story in so that any unknown or first going first reviewing persons or author, first reviewing reviewer also can get identified that this paper has a significant contributions and significant stories and novelties. So is then the next objective is to is the paper is interesting for any international audience. if the paper has not interesting topics for international audience, or you can say the audience who is working on that particular research, then these things also is a responsibility to the reviewer to check whether all these interesting topics is covered or not. Then does the insight from the paper simulate new things or important questions? Is this also objective of the reviewer to see? Then is there any high probability that paper will be read and cited by the others authors? If so, this means here whatever the papers, as a reviewer we have to accept, we have to see whether this paper having high, must in future it will be cited or not. So these are the general criteria before going to do the review. So now come to the your comment in the review. Remember that the author will welcome always positive feedback, although means there may be possibility to have negative feedback also, but as a reviewer you should give a positive feedback as well as constructive criticisms for that particular research articles. And your comment for the editor only will not be sent to the authors. Sometime we should send a separate comment to the editors. This should not be disclosed to the authors. So comment that will transmit to authors do not reveal your identity. Once you are commenting any suggestions for the improvement of the quality of research paper, at that time author should not reveal any informations to the authors. So here use your own word processor and copy and paste your comments. So here you should use your own processor, you should copy your own or you should use your own comments. Now how you can start the reviewing? So start the following quick checklist before you consider the content is detail. Is that length of paper within the limit of journal? Suppose you are the reviewer of an IEEE, or suppose you are the reviewer of IET devices and circuit. So you should aware about how much paper length that journal is accepted as a reviewer, so that you can limit the author's paper's page length. Then you can see, is that paper commercial, or does it market a particular product or a method? Means you have to review, being a reviewer we have to check whether it is commercial, or is that any product has been uh, presented over here. So is that paper is properly mentioned all these things: abstracts, keywords, materials and methods, or discussion, conclusions and reference? Is that these are structured properly? Is that your keywords is interlinked with the your material and methods? Is that your objective, is that your conclusion is fulfill your with your objectives? Is that reference are relevant to the research content or research paper? So these things you must be check. Then now you have to see the abstract, introduction, conclusions. Make sure that your abstracts, whatever you have written in your research, it should be informative. So as a reviewer it's our duty to check whether this abstract is informative or not, and it's cover the maximum content or not. We have to check a combination of problems and conclusions. Is that problems is clearly identified, and based on the problem, is that methods they have used, and this whatever the objective they have decided it is achieved or not? So these things you can check at conclusion sections. So maximum length according to journal instructions you should follow. And no figure, or you have to check whether their figures or tables, these things are cited properly or not. So title words should not be repeat or state that objective, the problem, the research questions to be addressed. Provide a concise background why this work was done. Okay, this is a very important for author. So as a reviewer, you also checked why the work done was important. So quote the literature only with the direct bearing, no problem, not a textbooks. State the hypothesis. You have to check what that hypothesis has taken by the authors, and suggest what are the suggestions they have given for the particular problem. So this is some sort of things which you have to cover at the time of reviewing the paper. Okay, so here must be possible to derive from the result and discussion. It is a summary of a papers, or something you have to mention, or you have to check your reference also. Now in this particular paper, where we can see title length, is that title lengths are big too big, is that the title length is too relevant, or precise. This thing you have to check. You have to check whether the abstract given is written over here consist of introductions, setup problems, objectives, conclusions, findings, method use. All these things must be covered at your abstract sections. If it is not covered, you can give the comments. So you should carefully read the abstract and introductions and conclusions. Is there any clear message? Having read the instructions and introductions, can you find out what is the contributions of paper is? Try to formulate the message in your own word. See, like that you can send the message to the author. Means can you like that? Can you find out the contribution of your paper is? Or you can see do the prescription of hypothesis in the introductions matches of your conclusions or not. So you should be able to find right within the half an hour of reading of any research articles. After this you will be probably have a first impressions of whether the paper is worth to publish or not. If you are still positive, then continue the review process. If you are negative, you can probably already explain why the paper is not worth publishing. So these things you have to take care while reviewing the research articles. So here experiments are, you have to check are the experiments are document adequately, have the information about the positive and negative control and the number of replicated experiment and sample have been provided by the author or not. This thing you have to check in their experiments. If any derivation is there, model derivation is there, you have to check is the process model derived properly or not. And then at the result sections you can check are they presented so that they can easily see their significance. You may use a comment while doing giving the comment to the author. This paper would be significant improved within the additions of more detail about. So you can give the something about the results. Like this you can give the review comments. Are the concentrations shown with the believable accuracy, or they show with the too many significant digits? So this thing also you have to check it. So here while reading their methods, you can see all the things they are finding, their approach, their mathematical models, whether they have derived or not. Here you can see that there is no use, they have not used any mathematical model or mathematical equations. Maybe figure is not properly cited. So you can give the comments based on your paper. So it's simple like that. You can see the result section also. Sometime here you can see that your figure number 3.7 and figure 5 it's not match. So so many things you can carefully watch as a reviewer of a particular journal. Now you can see at the result section, is that novelty is introduced or not, is that comparative results are there or not. So these things you have to check. So for detailed review of material and method, You should do the data analysis at the result parts. How means how the statistics has been used in appropriate way or not. If the data or raw data are presented in such a way that you can see if the statistical method is adequate, is the data normally distributed so that standard deviation are deviations are motivated, or outlier discussed. These things you can queries from yourself. Then for related to figure, can you give the comment, can as a reviewer, can the figure explain the results, are the figure captions are informative? Then in terms of table, if you see, are the inputs in the tables necessary to understand the message? These things you have to correlate while doing the reviewing the research articles. You may add comment like this: overall, I do not think that this article contain enough robust data to evidence the statement made on the page number XYZ. Like that, in the discussion you should give. Note that discussion section makes the scientific paper, and can the author explain and interpret the result? Like that you can give the comment. Can you relate the discussion to the hypothesis? Like that you can give the comment. You may write a comment like, the discussion could be enlarged to explain like this you can mention. So now that after doing all these things, have the result have been critic against the literatures, have the similarity and description with the other publishing data been identified and accounted for. Then you have to carefully watch the conclusion sections. In conclusion section, whether the objective written over there, it is fulfilled or not. Then come to the checking of reference section. In these sections you have to check have the author done their homework with previous contributions or not, means whether they have cited the previous work or not. So compare the introductions with the reference list. It is clear to indicate that what is a new in this paper. So are the both older and new reference is considered or not? So how many they have considered? There ought be 20-30 references required most of the cases. So this thing you as a reviewer you have to check. And are they reference that cannot be read by English speaker reading? At most 1 to 2 reference allowed, but should be queried. Now you can see here the reference sections. You can see what kind of problem is there. If in reference section volume number is not there, page number is not there, or issue number, volume number, ISB number, DOI number, and year of publications. If all these things, and especially the template and their format of required format, like if a journal is asking about IEEE, and if you have mentioned APA format of referencing, then at that these things you have to take care as a reviewer of in particular journal. Now you can also give the critical some critical review, means based on their language issues, and some other related to the any language which like active voice or passive voice. You have to check whether grammar is correct or not, like that. So then you can see that you as a reviewer you should have different types of recommendation. One is a reject, means explain the reason. And if you are rejecting the paper, at that time you have to explain what is the reason of rejection. If you are accepting without reasons, so remember that it is not happening always, it's unusual process. Most of the paper has to improve in somehow some way. Then revise, either you can give either major revisions or minor revisions. It's up to you based on the technical contents. You will give some journal, you will for some journal get informed by the editor about the decision of paper. You can also require this for a journal. If you do not receive this, remember, continue to keep details of the manuscripts and its review confidential after the review is compiled. So like this, if you can check your abstracts, and you should, what should be the abstracts, what should be the methods, you this kind of review comment, you can, if you get a review comment from the reviewer, you can as a author, you it's a responsibility to reply the comment of the reviewer. Firstly, left side you have to mention your queries, and then you give the your response, what is your response and what the actions you have done. So like this, suppose a reviewer comment is given like this in a first side, then you can post your thought or actions. So like this you can give the proper response of review comments. And the final thought is that if your paper is rejected or a review comments require you to write a whole new paper, then find out another journal. Don't need to be frustrated. Revise the paper and for the new journal and resubmit again, because always resubmit until the paper is published. So this will give you a clear cut idea about how to review any scientific paper or scientific article like that. Thank you so much. If you have any queries, you can ask. Thank you so much once again.